I'll never forget the morning I found my grandfather sitting alone in his favorite armchair, holding his phone about 6 inches from his face, squinting so hard that his eyes were nearly closed. He didn't hear me walk in. I watched him for a moment, moving the phone closer, then farther away,
tilting it toward the window light, then back into shadow. His hands were shaking slightly, not from weakness, but from frustration. When he finally noticed me standing there, he looked up with this expression I'd never seen before. It wasn't anger, it wasn't sadness, it was something worse. It was defeat. "I can't read it," he said quietly, his voice barely above a whisper. "I can't read your mother's text message." My mom, his daughter, had sent him a simple good morning message with a photo of my little niece. Something that should have brought him joy. Instead, it brought him to tears. That moment changed everything for me. Because I realized that my grandfather, this strong, independent man who'd worked 40 years as a carpenter, who'd built our family home with his own hands, who'd taught me how to ride a bike and tie my shoes, was losing something precious. He was losing his connection to the world, to us, to his independence. And it all started with something so simple. He just couldn't see clearly anymore. What happened to my grandfather happens to millions of seniors every single day. After age 60, our eyes change in ways we can't control. The lens inside our eye becomes less flexible. The muscles that help us focus get weaker. And suddenly, tasks we've done our entire lives become incredibly difficult. Reading a text message, checking a medication bottle, looking at a recipe, seeing the caller ID on the phone, threading a needle, reading the newspaper, checking the thermostat. These aren't luxuries. These are basic daily activities that keep us independent, safe, and connected to the people we love. But when vision starts to decline, something deeper happens too. Seniors start to withdraw. They stop reading because it gives them headaches. They avoid using their phones because it's too frustrating. They feel embarrassed to ask for help reading labels at the grocery store. They worry about making mistakes with their medications. Independence slowly slips away, not because of ability, but because of visibility. My grandfather stopped joining us for family dinners because he couldn't read the menu. He stopped doing his crossword puzzles, something he'd done every morning for 30 years. He even stopped checking his phone altogether, which meant he missed important calls from his doctor, messages from old friends, and those precious photos we'd send him of the grandkids. He told me later that he felt like he was becoming invisible, because the world around him had become invisible first. So why does this happen? Why do our eyes change so dramatically as we age? Let me explain this in the simplest way possible. Inside our eye, there's a natural lens, kind of like the lens in a camera. When we're young, this lens is soft and flexible. It can change shape easily to help us focus on things up close, like a book, or far away, like a street sign. But as we get older, usually starting around age 40 and getting more noticeable after 60, this lens becomes harder and less flexible. It's like a rubber band that's been stretched too many times. It just doesn't bounce back the way it used to. This condition is called presbyopia. It's not a disease. It's not something you did wrong. It's simply a natural part of aging that affects everyone. At the same time, many seniors also develop other vision changes. The muscles around the eye get weaker. The eye produces fewer tears, causing dryness, and in low light it becomes even harder to see clearly. This is why your grandfather might hold the newspaper at arm's length, why your grandmother needs brighter lights to knit, why reading small print on medicine bottles feels nearly impossible. The problem isn't intelligence. It's not stubbornness. It's simple biology. But here's the good news, and this is what changed everything for my grandfather. There are simple, affordable solutions that can bring back clarity, confidence, and independence. After that morning when I found my grandfather struggling, I knew I had to do something. I started researching. I talked to eye care professionals. I visited stores that specialize in vision aids, and I discovered something that honestly surprised me. Most seniors don't need expensive prescription glasses for every single situation. What they need are the right magnification tools for specific daily tasks. Think about it this way. You wouldn't use a hammer to tighten a screw, right? Different jobs need different tools. The same is true for vision. Reading a book up close needs one kind of help. Using a smartphone needs another. And examining small details, like the expiration date on a medicine bottle, needs something even more specific. I learned about 3 types of magnifying glass lenses that, when used correctly, can solve almost every daily vision challenge that seniors face. These aren't complicated, they're not high-tech, they're simple, proven tools that have been helping people see clearly for decades. And when I brought these 3 solutions to my grandfather, I watched his entire world open back up. Solution 1, the hands-free magnifying reading glasses. The first solution I brought to my grandfather was a pair of hands-free magnifying reading glasses. Now, these aren't regular reading glasses. These are glasses with built-in magnification, usually between 1.5x to 4x power, designed specifically for reading, crafts, and detail work. Here's why these are so helpful. They sit comfortably on your nose just like regular glasses, but they magnify everything you're looking at up close. This means you can read a book, work on a puzzle, thread a needle, or sort through mail while keeping both hands completely free. My grandfather was skeptical at first. He thought they'd look strange or feel uncomfortable. But the moment he put them on and picked up the morning newspaper, his face completely changed. "I can see the words," he said, almost laughing. "I can actually see them clearly." Start with a lower magnification strength, around 1.5x or 2x, especially if you've never used magnifying glasses before. You can always go stronger later if needed. Look for lightweight frames that won't hurt your nose or ears during extended use. Make sure they have good lens quality. Cheaper lenses can distort the image or create a fishbowl effect that causes dizziness. Keep them in a case when not in use to protect the lenses from scratches. Reading books, newspapers, and magazines. Working on crossword puzzles or Sudoku. Knitting, sewing, or craft work. Sorting pills or reading medication labels. Writing letters or filling out forms. My grandfather now keeps his magnifying reading glasses on his nightstand. Every morning, he uses them to read the newspaper with his coffee. He says it's brought back a piece of his old routine that he thought was gone forever. Solution number 2, the handheld LED magnifying glass. The second tool I gave my grandfather was a handheld LED magnifying glass. This is a portable magnifier, usually with 3x to 10x magnification, that has built-in LED lights around the lens. Now, you might be thinking, why do I need lights? Here's why this matters so much. As we age, our eyes need more light to see clearly. What looks fine to a 30-year-old in regular room lighting might look completely dark and blurry to someone over 60. The built-in LED lights shine directly onto whatever you're trying to read or examine. This combination of magnification plus bright, clear light makes an enormous difference. How my grandfather uses it. Every evening he takes his medications. Before he would just guess which pill was which based on size and color. Now he uses his LED magnifying glass to clearly read the labels on every single bottle. This isn't just about convenience. This is about safety. Taking the wrong medication or the wrong dose can be dangerous. But with this simple tool, he can see exactly what he's taking, when to take it, and how much. He also uses it for reading price tags and product labels at the store, checking expiration dates on food, reading the fine print on bills and documents, examining coins, stamps, or small objects, looking at photos in detail, checking the settings on the thermostat or appliances,
What to look for when choosing one? Get one that's lightweight and easy to hold, especially if you have any arthritis or hand weakness. Choose one with bright LED lights. Some have 2 or 3 small lights. Some have 12 or more around the rim. More lights usually mean better, more even lighting. Look for magnifiers with a comfortable handle grip. If possible, get one that uses rechargeable batteries or plugs into a USB charger. Regular batteries can get expensive over time. My grandfather keeps his LED magnifying glass in the kitchen drawer. It's always within reach when he needs it. He told me recently, I never realized how much I was missing until I could finally see it all clearly again. Solution 3. The full-page sheet magnifier. The third solution was something my grandfather had never seen before, a full-page sheet magnifier. This is a thin, flexible, rectangular sheet of clear plastic with magnification built into it, usually around 2x to 3x power. You simply lay it flat over an entire page of text, and everything underneath becomes larger and easier to read. Why this is a game changer? When you use handheld magnifiers or magnifying glasses, you can usually only see a few words or a small section at a time. You have to keep moving the magnifier around to read an entire page. But with a full-page sheet magnifier, you can see several lines or even an entire paragraph all at once. This makes reading so much smoother and less tiring. Where my grandfather uses it, reading the mail, especially bills, bank statements, and official documents that have lots of small print. Reading his Bible. He used to struggle through his daily readings, but now he can see the verses clearly. Reading instruction manuals or warranty information. Looking at maps or directions. Reading restaurant menus when we go out to eat. These sheet magnifiers are incredibly portable. They're thin and lightweight, so you can slip them into a purse, a bag, or even fold them up and carry them in a pocket. They don't require any batteries or power. They're very affordable, usually just a few dollars. They don't break easily like glass magnifiers can. How to use it properly. Lay it completely flat on the page you want to read. Don't bend or curve it, as that can distort the magnification. Use it in good lighting for best results.
Move it slowly down the page as you read. Some people like to use a ruler or bookmark underneath to keep their place. My grandfather now takes his sheet magnifier everywhere. He keeps one in his car, one by his reading chair, and one in his wallet.
He says it's given him back his independence when we're out together. He can read the menu himself, check his own receipts, and handle his own paperwork without asking me to read everything out loud. Here's what these 3 simple tools did for my grandfather, and what they can do for you or your loved one. They brought back independence. My grandfather no longer has to wait for someone to come over to help him read his mail. He doesn't have to call me every time he gets a text message. He can check his own medications, read his own books, and manage his own daily tasks. That feeling of I can do this myself is priceless. They brought back confidence. He's no longer embarrassed at the pharmacy when he can't read the label. He's not frustrated at restaurants when the menu font is too small. He doesn't feel helpless or incapable. He feels like himself again. They brought back connection. Now he reads every text message we send. He looks at every photo. He responds with his own messages, sometimes with emojis that make us laugh. He's doing his crossword puzzles again. He's reading the newspaper. He's back in his wood shop, able to read measurements and instructions clearly. But most importantly, they brought back joy. I walked into his house a few weeks ago and found him sitting in that same armchair where this story began. But this time, he was smiling.
He was reading a book, a mystery novel he'd been wanting to read for months. His magnifying reading glasses were perched on his nose, and he had his LED magnifying glass nearby, just in case. He looked up at me and said, "You know what? I thought this part of my life was over. I thought I'd just have to accept that I couldn't see anymore. But you showed me I was wrong. I just needed the right tools." Then he paused and added, "Thank you for giving me my world back." That moment, right there, that's why these simple solutions matter so much. If you're watching this video and you're struggling with your vision, I want you to know something important. You are not alone. You are not broken. You are not losing your mind or your abilities. Your eyes are simply changing, and that's completely natural. But just because something is natural doesn't mean you have to suffer through it. These tools exist to help you. They're not signs of weakness. They're signs of wisdom. The wisdom to recognize when you need support and to accept it with grace. My grandfather is 62 years old, and he's thriving. He's independent. He's active. He's engaged with his life and his family. And these 3 simple magnifying lenses played a huge part in making that possible. If you're a senior watching this, please don't wait until frustration turns into isolation. Don't wait until you've missed important information or made a mistake with your medication. Don't wait until you feel defeated. Get the tools you need now. You deserve to see clearly. You deserve to stay independent. You deserve to stay connected to the world and the people you love. And if you're watching this because you're worried about a parent or grandparent, please share this video with them. Or better yet, get these tools for them as a gift. It doesn't have to be expensive. A good LED magnifying glass costs about the same as a nice dinner. A sheet magnifier costs less than a movie ticket. Magnifying reading glasses are available at most drugstores or online. Small investments, life-changing results. I'd love to hear your story. Have you or someone you love struggled with vision changes? What solutions have worked for you? What challenges are you still facing? Leave a comment below and let's help each other. This community is here to support one another, to share solutions, encouragement, and hope. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to this channel. I share simple, practical solutions for seniors every week. Things that help with daily life, independence, safety, and comfort. And please, share this video with anyone who might need it. Post it to your family group chat, send it to a friend, email it to your mom or dad. Because somewhere out there's another grandfather sitting in his favorite chair, holding his phone 6 inches from his face, feeling defeated. And maybe, just maybe, this video will be the answer he's been looking for. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself. And remember, with the right tools, you can see clearly again. You've got this.